Hello there, my name is Eladrium and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Redstone tutorial with your favorite cardigan wearing Minecraft character. And in this Minecraft Bedrock Redstone tutorial, we're going to be talking about good old-fashioned chest item sorters, an absolutely essential item to have in the game to manage the ever-growing and sprawling Minecraft inventory. So whether you're a new player looking to make your first item sorter or an experienced one just looking to remember how the redstone goes, this is the video for you. Now, building this item sorter is extremely straightforward and doesn't really require a lot of redstone, so we are just going to dive right in. To get started, we're going to make a simple 3-item sorter here, and we're going to begin that by placing down a 3-high set of double chest, 3 wide, with 1 hopper facing into each of these chests, as we have shown here. And you want to make sure when you're on the back of these that you are crouch clicking and make sure that you are not directly on top of the hopper, since you can't lay hoppers down underneath your feet. Behind this top row of hoppers, you're going to place down a block, any kind. Then you're going to place down a comparator facing to the back of the farm with then 3 hoppers, 1 facing into each of them. On either side, go ahead and stack some blocks up, and then we're going to create a hopper chain flowing in the direction. This is going to be the out direction of our item sorter. So items will come in from the left on this design and then come out to the right. Moving on here to the back, you're gonna shift click on these comparators. So you have a block here. We're going to extend out 1 block of glass as shown here. You can knock that middle pane of glass out. Directly below this, we're gonna extend out 1 more with another type of block, just like so. Coming over back here into the middle, we're going to grab ourselves some slabs, and then you can use blocks here or you can use slabs. I prefer to use slabs because it will save down on the blocks. Just place those as shown here. And then before we lay our last block down, we're going to wire all of this up with redstone dust. So redstone dust on the glass, on the block, and then on the slab. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some target blocks. We're going to place those target blocks directly in front of this redstone line in front of our slabs. And then we're going to grab ourselves a redstone torch and place them down into that middle hopper. And that pretty much covers all the redstone that we need for this build. This build is done. The only thing we need to do is set our filters themselves, which we can do by coming up to this second to top hopper below our chain here. And we're just going to go into this, place 4 items of any kind. It really doesn't matter what they are as long as they're not going to be items that you're sending through the system as shown here. You're going to want to make sure you place just 4. If you place other items, they will start to go through the system. And then as you can see right here, I threw some extra in. They fell absolutely all the way down, but you should see that those items are not falling through the system. If you are having those 4 slabs or whatever it may be falling through the system, you probably need to check the redstone. One thing that I really like to do with these item sorters is label my filter items. It ensures that I am not placing any type of item that I would potentially want to have sorted in the future. And it also helps me ensure that if for some silly reason I'm moving my item sorter or expanding it, I know which item sorter this belonged to and I can identify any type of mistakes I have. Normally in the worlds that I will have several of these running concurrently in different parts of the world. And I like to just grab my spares that I make here, since you can make as many as you want on an anvil, and just throw them into a nearby chest. Now for the filtering themselves, you just need to come over to this hopper and place in the item that you want sorted. So in this instance right here, we're going to pretend that I want to sort maybe some iron ingots, and then maybe some bone meal, and then maybe we'll also get some sandstone walls, just because that's a good sortable item. Everyone needs sandstone walls in their game. Now, one thing about this item sorter is that you cannot put non-stackable items in it, and I'll talk about that in a second. But with your stackable items, you're going to want to place at least 41 of those items in here, though for the purpose of sorting, it really doesn't matter as long as you have 1 item. This hopper chain that you have above it, which you'll be sending your items through, will catch any item that you throw down through it, and will filter that down until it reaches 41 items in that hopper slot. After that, any other item that flows through it will flow down into this bottom chest, then the chest above it, then the chest above that. And if for some reason you overflow this system, then your items will simply be discarded or flow out into that last hopper, which you can put a chest in or any other type of maybe a dropper to throw them into a lava pit or a fire of some kind to get rid of them. This is an incredibly robust system that will handle almost anything you throw at it. It does have one limitation, however. You cannot put any non-stackable or non-stackable item up to 64 through it. So if you have any item such as a hopper, a sword, an enchanting book, a potion, or any type of item that only goes up to 16, which there are a few in this game, this item sorter will not be able to sort that for you. So don't throw them through this, because if you do, it'll clog up the system and it'll break, unless you have all of the filters set, in which case your item will simply be discarded as junk. Of course, there's lots of different ways that you can get items into your system. We have this top row of hoppers here, and if we were to place another hopper and a chest as shown here, you can use this as a very simple input system. Just grab your items, throw them into this chest or a barrel or whatever it may be, and those items will be sucked down into this hopper, then flow all the way through, and then as you can see here, they will flow down into the chest and we will have our items. So as you can see, that is increasing, nothing is overflowing. As an alternative, if you would prefer to use a water stream instead of a burning iron, you can knock out those top 3 hoppers right here and just place some glass enclosures around these upper hoppers. I'm just going to use this right here. You can place down a campfire, or probably lava would be better, but as long as you enclose this in, throw a button right there at the end so that your water stream doesn't collide with whatever source you have there. You can extend this out, then place down a very simple water stream, which will carry your items across all of these hoppers that you have here and appropriately deposit them. Now, one thing to note, if you are using a water stream, as you saw here, some of the items, if you throw them in too quickly, can not be picked up by the hopper due to how Minecraft handles ticking. So you want to make sure that you have either a stack of items going in, or you have some sort of limiter. Generally, a hopper or a dispenser will be more than enough rate limiting in place to ensure that your items are not flowing through and getting washed out. Of course, your other alternatives are just simply to create a water loop around your entire sorting system, because you will most likely have dozens, if not hundreds of these chests. If you are planning on sorting a large amount of items, you can just create a very simple loop with this water stream, which continues to loop items all the way around, and just promise yourself not to throw in items that you don't intend to sort through there. And just as an example, here in my survival Let's Play world, you are not limited to just stacking these 3 high. As you can see here, we have a 6 high variant of this. You can go as high as you want with these chest sorting systems. It really doesn't matter. So if you expect to have a ton of items, as we do here, so as you see, this is just 6 double chests of rotten flesh that we have from our gold farm. You can stack this as high as you want and it will catch and collect everything. You just repeat the bottom row over and over and over again until you get to the depth that you want, and then the top is exactly the same. And additionally, just to showcase the looping behavior over here in my survival Let's Play wolf farm that we have, I simply just have a hopper chain that goes all the way around and loops basically in a giant circle. And this is obviously done because the minecart and items coming into this will occasionally drop in more items than this can handle at any single point in time. So this just ensures that everything will just continue looping around until it ends up in the correct location. And as you can see here, we have hundreds and thousands of pieces of wool that are all beautifully sorted by color for us. And if you are hurting for iron and don't yet have an iron farm in your world, simply use a water stream with buttons to space things out. You want to make sure that you use a piece of ice or packed ice to allow those items to get across if you are going more than 7 blocks. But that's going to be all the time that we have for today in this episode. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you like this build, that it inspires you to build other great things. This is an incredibly useful thing to have in your world, as it makes sorting your items and finding what you need so simple. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like, commenting, or even subscribing if you want to see more content. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.